Well, welcome if you're in already. If not, I'll give you a few minutes to come in. We'll see if Shark Scrapper is still running or has he left. Let me have loads of windows open here, so I don't know where I am on them. There's Shark Scrapper. So Shark Scrapper is still running, so I'll see will it automatic. We're trying something out tonight, and we're just seeing will it work. Will he be able to automatically send people straight over to my live from his live, and we'll see how it works. If it works, it mightn't even work. It's just something new we'll be working on. Oh, there we go. I see a link has just appeared up. Don't miss out, people. Going over to watch things. So there we go, and it's jumped straight over to me. So any guys coming in there from Shark Scrappers live, welcome in. Hopefully, let me just check my YouTube channel myself, make sure everything is working here. And we have everything's working over on the YouTube side. So, Wayne, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. Um, Welcome in and nice to see you. So, hope everyone is good today and everything is good with everyone in the scrap world, in the YouTube world, because not all scrappers come in here. We do get people who aren't scrappers, and everyone is welcome into YouTube. Miss Canadian Scrapper, welcome in. Good to see you. Now I'm just going to shut down some windows. Let me go here. I'm going to shut down that window, and I'm going to leave that one open. That one I'm going to shut down, and that one I'm going to shut down. Sorry, just shutting down some windows. I have too many windows open, and the more windows there's open, the slower YouTube gets for me, I presume, using up my internet. Right, so just leave that window open. So let's see who's in here. Wayne is in, Miss Canadian Scrapper, Pooh's Mate, Optimus Prime, Bush Dog Scrapper, Desert Scrapper, and Ralph Morrick. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you. Link is pinned to the top there, so if anyone wants to join in, they're more than welcome to hit the StreamYard's link, and you will come straight in and be able to chat with us. So that should be working. Earl, welcome in as well. Sorry, I didn't see Earl coming in there, did I? I missed him. Now, don't forget the like, guys. You can see it moving across the bottom there somewhere. So please do hit the like if you don't mind. It does really help get YouTube out there to recognize that I'm live. JCT, Granny and the Bear Scrappers, Shark Scrapper. Great show as usual. Shark, well done, sir. I'm going to touch on something. Ian Matthews, I hope you had that shower. We don't want any stinky people coming in. And because myself and hold on now, let me bring him up himself. Because myself and Shark Scrapper own shares in Coke, I am drinking Coke like there's no tomorrow. Because myself and Shark have to become millionaires, so we're going to drink ourselves to millionaires.
Drink ourselves to wealth. Yeah, we're going to need all that money to pay for the diabetes treatments.
Well, you see, I'm on the Coke Zero, no sugar.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm on the Coke Zero, no sugar. Great show as always, sir. I really enjoyed it. And as you can see, my topic tonight was going to be copper as well. So I'm glad you brought the copper price up, because I was going to show that I was looking today through copper price and stuff, and it's the highest it's been in 6 months. So not just like, I know it's rose since you started doing it a month ago, but it's actually the highest it's been in 6 months.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me see. Drinker will make your hunger go away. I don't know about Coca-Cola doing it, but yeah, it's the highest it's been in 6 months. And I have a couple of theories on why copper is going to keep going up, because that's what I put it. I think copper is going to keep going up, and the two reasons I have for it is China reopening. So with the lifting of the restrictions, they're going to get back to more manufacturing. So they're going to be more demand for copper. Supply chains are miles behind on stocks as it is already. So and China is going to be pumping out stuff now, trying to catch up with everything. So that's one reason I think copper prices are going to keep climbing, is the demand coming from China. And the other thing is the everyone trying to switch to renewable energy, and electric cars. So electric cars are going to use a lot of copper, and every one of them wind turbines are using a lot of copper that's being built. So that's my two reasons for thinking copper will be going one way for the next 12 months.
Yeah,
I like that.
those are perfectly good reasons. I agree with you.
Yeah, I'd like to think,
yeah.
if anyone else has any opinions in the chat, they're more than welcome to give them. And again, they can even come up on panel and let us know what they think themselves. And that's the reason I'm not cashing in, even though prices have jumped like that already again from where they were, we'd say 6 months ago. They've gone up about 10%, I think, on 6 months, or maybe 12 or 13% higher. But I still think there's still at least another 10 to 15% movement there to go yet, at least. I'm thinking. Now, again, I'm no expert on it, and this is my opinion, and this is what my reasoning for not cashing in my copper at the moment. But again, everyone has their own what they need to do with their own copper and what they need to do with it. Like I say, you keep a certain amount, but you've running costs of your business to do. So the electricity bill has to be paid. Your insurance has to be paid. You can't say to them, well, hold on, I'm going to hold on a bit longer and pay you because I want to keep my copper because I think it's going to go up. So they're not going to accept that as an reason, you know.
And I tell you what, the insurance is killing me this year. So commercial vehicle insurance is very expensive in the United States, much more expensive than what we would pay as a private citizen for our insurance. I was amazed at the price difference. And when I went professional, and then we also have to carry liability insurance, and I was carrying insurance on my tools and my inventory, and that tripled this year. And so I called the agent and I was like, is this a mistake? I mean, what's going on here? And she said, no. She said, there's been such an increase in theft in the state of Florida on commercial businesses that in the state of Florida, policies have tripled for property and tools and inventory and things of that nature. I was just absolutely floored. It was just like, good Lord Almighty, that's just, I was like, well, it used to be relatively inexpensive, but this year I decided not to insure my tools and my inventory. I'm going to self-insure the stuff. So now I have to build up a reserve, a cash reserve in savings,
yes,
to be able to replace my tools if some chucklehead decides to break in and steal my tools. Fortunately, it's not like I have anything that's really, really expensive, right? In the world of tools. And what they're probably going to do is grab that 5-gallon bucket of Bear Bright wire,
yes,
and run off with that. And I know they're not going to run off with my scale because the damn thing requires a forklift to move it around. So, it's they might grab a couple of DeWalt's and my copper, so.
There's a question there. Sorry, not that question. There's a question there for you, Shark. Do you really need commercial auto without your name on the truck? Just curious. I'm sure there are some additional advantages, but is it necessary?
Yeah. So no, it's a very, very good question, Roger. So it doesn't matter whether you have your name on your truck or not. If you get in an accident with a vehicle that you're using for business, most private insurance companies will not pay if all you have is a private policy, your personal policy. If you own the vehicle yourself, and you get, you're going to the grocery store and you get an accident, that's what your insurance is for, right? But if you're using it for your business, then you could run into a situation where the insurance company says, yeah, I'm sorry, you were using that for work and that's not covered in your policy. So you have to pay for this yourself. And you can imagine how ugly that could get.
Yeah, well, here in Ireland, it doesn't matter whether your name is on the van or not. If you're using it for work, you have to have commercial insurance. Yeah. You can't have private insurance. Because I used to have a van and I had to insure it commercially. I couldn't insure it privately because the class of van is a commercial vehicle. Even if I was using it privately, I had to insure it commercially. So that meant I wasn't meant to be using it at weekends or outside of work, whatever I was carrying. So I had to always have tools in it or whatever, and stuff like that, so that if I was stopped, I showed that I have tools in the van and commercially going to work. But if I was stopped and at, we'd say, 2 o'clock in the morning by the police, and they'd be saying, well, your work hours or whatever, why you're driving this van around at night, then they could technically take the van off me because I was using it for private use instead of commercial use. So it's very
No,
strict over
you
here.
were meeting clients. You were having a business dinner with someone.
In a
You're
big van. Dressed up in a big van. I want to say hi to Jules, and I think who's made us said hi to E-Waste Mike came in. Ian Matthews was saying that hammers aren't awful expensive, and again, the two tools that Ian Matthews uses the most, a hammer and a grinder.
Yeah,
He
there
bought
you go.
the grinder for 20 quid and the hammer for whatever.
Yep.
So there you go.
Hey, I tell you, I am really enjoying this new grinder that I got. It's a 4.5 inch DeWalt battery operated, much lighter in my hand than the corded one, and it's given me so much more flexibility. I'm really enjoying that.
Something else I was going to say there to you. Oh yeah, you're enjoying your new wire stripper too. I seen your wire stripper test.
Oh my God. I was laughing the other day because I went in and I started stripping some wire, and an hour later I'm still stripping some wire. And I was thinking of that commercial where the old lady falls down and she can't get up off the bathroom and she's yelling, "Help, I've fallen and I can't get up." It's like, "Help, I've started stripping and I can't get out." It's just
Yeah,
I
haven't really stripped any wire since I stripped it that day. I done the unboxing, and then I stripped and done another roll of wire I had, but I still have a rake of rolls that I've left outside, in the shed, and until the weather improves, I can't redo it because I want to bring them outside, set it up outside, and just run it constantly, like, and just try and get it all done. So I'm waiting for the weather to improve. We're promised snow this weekend, so
snow. Oh my gracious!
The snow hasn't arrived yet, but we're promised it for tomorrow, so we'll see if that arrives. So we usually get one fall of snow during the year, so it's usually around January time. Sometime we get a bit of snow, and that's it then for the year. There's no more snow usually.
All right.
So we'll get it out of the way. And when I say a fall of snow, I mean a couple of centimeters, not like inches like they get over in certain parts of America. Everything comes to a stop when we get a couple of centimeters of snow.
that happens here in Florida, right? I mean, we actually do sometimes up here in Northeast Florida. We have gotten some snow. It's usually gone an hour after the sun comes up, but it'll shut down the city in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So I know you say you keep so much copper. Are you keeping extra now that the prices are on the way up, or are you still just sticking to your same routine that you're going to just keep a strategic amount and that's it? You're not increasing that amount for later on down the road?
Well, actually, so late last year in 22, when the prices tanked, I started keeping all of my number one, my number two, and my Bear Bright. I wasn't taking any of it in. Mm-hmm. I was taking in my insulated copper wire, and between insulated copper wire, aluminum, breakage, the other stuff, I was able to take care of all my routine expenses for the shark cage. So I banked on the prices coming up, and now I'm slowly starting to take the copper in now so that I can pay off some bills that have accumulated, like for the wire stripper and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So I do have more. If you did the math, I probably do have more than the 10% that I normally would keep. Because I was accumulating it for a while there. Just managing the expenses with other scrap.
Yeah, it's now again, if copper prices are going up, naturally brass should start to rise as well because of the copper being used in the brass making. So that's another thing we should be maybe keeping an eye out as scrappers, is what's the brass prices going at the moment. I haven't really checked the brass prices today. I was just looking at copper prices. JR Cat, welcome in. Good to see you.
Let's see. Clean yellow brass, $1.65 a pound. Red brass, $1.75 a pound.
Yeah. Brass scrap price. Let me see what they're giving me here in Ireland at the moment. Scrap price. Scrap prices at the moment. Brass here is €3.50 a kg at the moment. So what did you say you were getting per pound?
165 for yellow and 175
Yeah, so
for red.
same price here when you convert the kgs to pounds. Actually, you're getting a bit better price than I am. But Ireland is always a lot lower on scrap prices. They're like Ian Matthews is getting a better price in the UK for copper than I will, but it's creeping up there. And as I say, if we can get up to nice big figures, I'll be cashing in at the end of the year. And again, I'm not panicked on it because it's a hobby for me. So even if it gets up to $9, we'd say I'll put into dollars. If it got up to $9 or something a kg, and then it fell back again, it's not going to make a big difference to me because I'm doing it as a hobby. So I won't be really that upset about it. But we'll see what happens. Ralph Morrick, welcome in. Hey, myself and Shark have to become millionaires, please.
Yes.
Cruiser Mac, welcome in.
I'm already halfway through the bottle.
Drinking our way to a fortune.
Guy, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. My phone has gone mad bleeping over there, whatever that's for. We'll leave it as it is at the moment. I don't bother looking at it during the shows. I always just look at my phones afterwards. What else was going to say? Fill the boot and go north. Yeah, that's the thing. Northern Ireland prices would be a better price because I'd be getting the UK prices in Northern Ireland compared to the Irish prices. But again, I'd have to have a lot of it to make my while to drive all the way up there with it. Ralph, how are things? Welcome, sir.
Yeah, good. I was just checking the list of prices over here, and it went up as well. I am getting for brass now €4.40 a kilogram. And
I'm getting a better price. Was I getting better than you, or was I getting less?
No, you were getting 3 something. You were just saying.
Oh yeah, I was only getting 350, so you're getting a way better price.
Yeah, and copper.
Hold on, now I see the reason. Hold on, they haven't updated this price list I'm looking at since the 5th of December, so I'm presuming it's gone up since then.
Might have gone up then, yes. For copper, I'm getting $7.60 a kilogram. Hello there, Mike. Hello, Desert Scrapper.
What's up, Mike?
An old compact laptop by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those mini ones, like what was that, like 10-inch, 11 inch? Oh.
I seen Desert Scrapper was up on Raphael's show last night.
Yes.
I had you playing in the background. I was scrapping some stuff out, so I'm trying to get into my shed, a bit like Everyday Solar's video. I'm trying to get back into that shed, but it's a struggle at the moment.
Yeah.
Romantic is getting $3.81 a pound in Dallas. So how is everyone? I was going to ask Ralph something. Oh yeah, Ralph, are you planning now that copper prices are climbing? Are you going to continue saving your copper for melting, or are you thinking about cashing it all in?
Well, when I started doing the melting, I thought I'll just take in all the number 2 that has like coating on it and is slightly messier, and keep all the number 1 for melting. But now I've recently gathered quite a lot. I've got a whole bag full of these things, which are just short cutoffs. They also come with like those brass things in there. Got a couple of them here, these things, and they're pretty good. And they came with some copper.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
this is the good stuff. So this is very nice for melting because it's completely clean. So I'm probably going to keep these. But I got quite a large amount of number 2 by now because I've never actually turned in any of my copper since I started scrapping. I don't get a lot. Mainly I get like little bundles out of stuff and just toss them in a big tote. But I think I now have about 80 kilograms of number 2. Cool. And I'm willing to wait because I don't really need the money from it. It's just bonus for me. So I'll probably wait until it goes like to, I don't know, 8.50, €9 a kilogram if it goes that far. It doesn't take up that much space for me either. So
yeah. Well,
it's the shred and all the other stuff that takes up way too much space. All the aluminium profiles and extruded and all the cast aluminium pieces.
Yeah, and that's the reason I just keep the copper too. I put it into bins, store it up, and put in a corner and leave it there. And when you've that bin filled, I'll fill another bin and fill another bin and fill another bin. And at the moment, like some of the bins have bright in it, some of them have insulated wire that I plan on stripping, and some of them are just insulated wire that I just cash in as insulated wire, because it's not worth stripping. So
insulated wire went up quite a bit as well. I'm now getting $3.50 a kilogram.
So again, that's a good price, like at the moment. I'm going to see if I can get more up-to-date price on Irish pricing there, because that one was the 5th of December, so they haven't updated it since then. Let me see. If
stainless went up, zinc went up, even lead is up a bit. Let's see, aluminium is up quite a bit.
Yeah. So, but again, this is coming down to China. I think at the moment, what's forcing this up is because China has reopened. Factories are back up. They're running that's why gold is going to go up as well. I think.
Probably,
because all the chips that China make, they're going to require gold in them. So that's going to mean there's going to be more demand again for gold. So prices are going to start to climb again, because all the electric cars need these chips. All your computers need these chips. All your mobile phones need these chips. And that's what was holding up at the moment, because China was shutting down. So that's why there was a shortage of these chips on the market. And now, once these start coming back out, the gold will start being used. And I think gold is going to go even higher again. I think gold is going to beat its record that it had 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. I think it's going to go past that mark.
Really?
That's my take on it. Mr. EOS Mike, do you have a take on it? Fair enough.
Timmy!
I love you, Ralph.
I love you too, Mike.
I don't know why we never saw better prices on low-grade boards with tin spot prices. Yeah, tin is expensive. And you think that low-grade boards with tin in them would be forcing up the price on the low-grade board.
Yeah.
Because tin is, as we seen in Everyday Solar's video that time, when she went in with the tin, and the price for a ton of tin that time was crazy. So I just don't know why the low grade boards with all the tin is in them isn't there. But again, it's probably a mix of lead and tin, and
yes, it's usually a mixture of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's not pure.
Copper, lead, there's some aluminum, so they've got to grind it all down and then process it out. And those machines, the automatic machines that separate that stuff, they're not cheap. Those are some daggone expensive machines there.
Yeah, and then the tin itself has all kinds of additives, because when I make bronze, which consists of copper and tin, I usually get the solder that is 99% tin and 1% copper. So that already has a bit of copper in it. And then if you get like cheaply soldered stuff from wherever, there might be a lot of lead in there as well. Could be like 60% lead, 40% tin, maybe some other additives, antimony, I don't know, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, well, when I buy tin, because I use it for making stannous chloride for testing, for testing the liquids for precious metals, and I have to buy 99.99% tin. You can't buy anything like with a mixture down low, because it'll interfere with the test and it'll give you the raw reading. So, and I know from buying it online, the price is really, really high for it. I think I paid for a pound of tin. It was it 60 or 70 quid?
Yeah.
For pure tin. So like it is an expensive metal, and if you could manage to get your tin from your boards as a pure metal, it is a lot of money. But as Shark said, the price of the equipment to do that is not going to be worth it for a backyard scrapper.
No, you got to have a serious operation to. First of all, you got to be stinking rich to afford the machinery, but then you got to have a pretty good operation going to afford to keep it running.
Stinking rich.
Yeah. Oh, stinking rich.
Yeah, stinking rich.
Well, am I stinking rich? I only stink. I'm not rich. It's a good thing there's no smell interface on the
television.
Yeah.
Hey, Silver Scorpion, how you doing, man?
Hey, Silver Scorpion, welcome in. I'm just trying to see if I can find. I'm still looking for pricing here on scrap near me to see, but none of the scrapyards seem to have updated their price list since Christmas, which is weird.
Mine has. So, yeah.
It's interesting. I used to used to do a lot of scuba diving, and so I've got quite a collection of weights. Because when you dive in really cold water, you've got a thick wetsuit, so you're as buoyant as freaking blubber, and so you got to strap on a whole bunch of lead in order to counteract the really thick wetsuit that you're wearing. And at one point, I was thinking, I should just go ahead and sell these, but I keep finding them to be very useful for holding things down.
I got quite a bunch of leads stacked up in the shape of muffins, because I started out making muffins when I started metal casting, and I've heard that someone actually got one of those original lead weights, made a mold in. I'm not sure what it was. It was some type of high temperature. It wasn't silicone. It wasn't really soft. It was quite a sturdy mold. And he just cast them in lead himself from all the lead that he found everywhere, and then started selling those weights. And he got way more than the actual lead price for it, of course.
Oh yeah, I mean, dive weights are freaking ridiculous expensive. First of all, scuba diving, anything in a scuba diving shop, a dive shop, is very expensive. I mean, it's just it's a hobby that requires some money to get into. So the shops really jack you over when you come in there to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't surprise me that he would have done really well making dive weights.
I'm going to show you a video here that Pop Scrap sent me, actually, of stuff he picked up metal detecting. So it's gold rings and jewelry. He's picked up metal detecting over the last how many years? 10 years. He's been doing metal detecting on the beaches in Ireland. And here is, let me pause it, and I'll make myself bigger because it's on my phone. And look at all them rings.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. I think or maybe that was somebody else that did one of those.
No, he might have done it. I don't know if he did it or not, but he sent me that video there last week, so you can see all the rings and stuff he's picked up.
Yeah.
And that's just on beaches. So, and he's also picked up a rig of lead and stuff like that from fishing lures and stuff like that. So, it's another way of getting something, but. Like that's a lot easier to get that gold than it is to get it out of computers. I can tell you that much. Now I've got some new scrap prices. I've managed to find an up-to-date price list here. So at the moment, copper prices here are going anywhere from about $6.30 to $6.50 a kg. That's what they're given. Brass prices, depending on the type of what they have here, is old brass price they call it. So between $4 and $4.20 a kg at the moment.
Oh.
And then bronze, they're giving $4.75 to $4.95 a kg.
Yeah, bronze is at $5 over here.
Yeah, cable. So cable prices are $2.15 to $2.35. So I don't know what they mean by cable. Is that like insulated wire they're on about there?
Probably, yeah.
Lead, $1.30 to $1.45 a kg. Aluminium is $1.05 a kg at the moment. What did you say you were getting, Ralph?
Aluminium is at $2.90.
See, you're getting like 3 times the price I'm getting. $1.05.
Yeah, but there's some different versions. That's the clean extruded.
Yeah.
And then there is sheet, which is at $1.50.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then painted profiles are at $1.70, and like rims are at €2, and cast is at $1.20.
All right, well I'm getting painted profiles at $1.75, so I'm getting a bit better there for painted profiles than you are.
Yeah, and if they are longer than 1 meter, they actually deduct you 10 cents. Okay. Because then they have to cut it into pieces. So that's why for most aluminium profiles, it's not that difficult. You could just bend them over your knee and just bend them a couple of times, and then they're shorter.
Sharp, what do you get for transformers there at the moment?
So I sell transformers as small motors.
Yeah.
And let's see. I got 32 cents a pound.
Yeah,
I'm at 70 cents a kilogram here, so
they're
giving, similar.
Yeah, they're already giving 42 cents here in Ireland per kg, so it's like half the price of what And what are you getting for batteries? I'm getting 65 cent a kg for batteries. What are you getting?
Lead acid is 70 cents a kilogram.
So 5 cent less than you. Okay, not too
Yeah.
bad. So some prices are fairly close, and then some of the other ones are just way off.
Yeah.
Let's see, 21 cents a pound last time I took it in.
Okay, what are you getting for clean copper, Ralph?
Clean copper, the highest copper, that's 760.
Oh, I'm getting 750, so it's only 10 cents between that as well.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad actually. So there is some oddball stuff there that's different, but most of it's kind of the same. Hey, Planet of Junk, welcome in. Let me see, did I miss anyone else coming in?
Wannabe scrapper, hello.
Wannabe scrapper, yes, hello.
So you can change the name for as long as you've been scrapping. You can at some point you can change to amateur scrapper and then to artisan
Yeah, and
scrapper,
eventually be up with like professional scrapper.
and maybe even master scrapper. In like 10
yeah,
years.
that'd be a good name for a channel, Master Scrapper.
Yeah.
Wannabe scrapper. So who is wannabe scrapper? I wonder. Do anyone recognize the face?
No.
No, so I don't know.
I don't recognize the channel name either. I'm gonna go and have a
I'll
look.
just check and see, have they a channel? Let me go and check. Have they videos or anything at the moment? Oh yes, they do. They have videos up there. They have 13 subscribers. So guys, if you want to go
14,
check out 14 now, and I'm about to subscribe as well. So they have 15 now. We'll go and check out that channel later. The more scrappers that are out there, the better. Make our community bigger, because again, the more people will give advice or maybe we'll be able to have someone out.
Oh, he's in the Canada.
Yeah, he's a Canadian.
So you have, that's another scrapper from Canada now. So you have K&D, you have Miss Canadian Scrapper, you have
Cruiser.
yeah, you have
Cruiser,
Craft Bongo.
yeah, there's a good few in Canada at it.
I still like that. I still like Scrap Bongo's bongo truck. It's fun to watch that.
Bongo, yeah.
So it's
Crap, now I
good
need to make more videos. Well, if you take me as an example, one video every 2 months, it still keeps you going.
But we don't recommend that you follow that example.
No. I don't want to follow that example, but I'm kind of, well, not really pressured, but you know, life gets in the way sometimes.
Yes.
My
Well, yeah,
workplace is now a
it's
storage.
a very different thing. Very
Yeah.
different thing.
But yeah, so anyone else got any takes on scrap prices at the moment? Oh yeah, that's right. True Bent there. I forgot about that. He's in Canada as well.
Oh yeah.
So anyone else got any ideas on what scrap price or what we should be looking at or looking out for? Is there something we're missing that we're not collecting up?
Yeah, you know, it might be fun to do we ought to think about how we could do this, but you know, just a little game or a little contest that we play with. Guess what the price of copper is going to be 6 months from now and a year from now.
Yeah,
And
that'd
then-
be something interesting.
And then come back. You know, when I was in the business of typhoon forecasting, we always monitored our statistics, our error statistics, because it was important to understand if you knew what the hell you were doing when you forecasted typhoons. And so I think it would be fun to sort of hold ourselves accountable. But for a lot of us, it's like, I got to admit, you know, it's not like I have some mathematical formula or process for, you know, deciding what prices are going to go to. It's kind of it's not like weather forecasting where you've got physics models that help you understand how to make a forecast. In this case, it's, you know, just our experience and what we think the industry's doing.
Well, that's why I was thinking, like, you know, I do think copper is going to go up, and I was thinking, will I buy copper? You know how you can buy gold and silver? You can also buy copper. So I was thinking, will I buy copper? And if that comes up in price, it might be, like it's at 750 now. If that got to 10 something, you've a 25% increase there on what you put into it at the beginning. So you could be a long time buying shares in other commodities and stuff like that to make 25%, where you could make 25% fairly quick if copper keeps going the way it's going.
Well, in that case, I got a whole bunch of copper RAM
I was waiting to see who would bring Ram up first tonight.
Speaking of RAM, I found a whole bundle of RAM sticks that I had somewhere else, so I added those to the pile.
Okay. You want to soon get a price, because if gold keeps going up in price, I'll be just priced out of the market, Ralph.
Yeah. No, the price we agreed on is the price is gonna stay.
Okay. Well,
So unless it goes up drastically, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, if it did, I'd be buying gold galore at the moment. Economy is better.
Hey, Mike, are you getting paid for that free advertising?
Say again?
I get screwed for free
I was
advertising.
asking Mike if he was getting paid for the free advertising.
Oh, with the top on them, yes.
No, I get screwed for the free advertising.
Or top.
So,
Never get paid.
What are board sort prices like at the moment? Have they gone up much in the last 2 weeks?
It don't matter for me because it's not great anyway.
I think it was a Gulf Coast or was a CU Scrapping said earlier. When is Mike going cashing in? Because whenever Mike cashes in, the price goes up afterwards.
I found a new spot, so I might try them.
Oh.
It's only like 2 hours away, and it's one highway right there. You get off, you make a left. It's three buildings down. You unload your shit and come back home. And you got to deal with all the crap.
Oh, let's see. What are board sorts prices right now? What do you want to know? What do you want to compare to?
Just what a boards compared to, say, what price per boards compared to what you were getting before Christmas? What are they like now? Have they gone up much, or are they still the same? Or
Well, let's see. I send them a lot of CD-ROM boards. So let's see. Right now, CD-ROM boards are $4.60 a pound. And before Christmas,
it was the scrap before Christmas, and all around the yard.
Before Christmas, they were $4.30 a pound.
okay.
They'll probably go up because gold just went up. Gold's over 1,900, so they'll probably go up again.
Yeah.
Well,
And
gold
let's
is at the
see.
highest in 6 months, so it's or even it might be even the highest for a year nearly.
Let's see. Clean gold fingers.
40
Clean
down.
gold finger cards. Back in November, I got $4.70 a pound, and right now they're going clean gold finger, no fan, no heatsink, no bracket, $4.80 a pound. So a little bit higher, but not huge.
Yeah. No, last year gold prices in March were at the highest. They're at about €18.45, and at the moment they're at €17.73. So it still has to go. Let's go a bit catch up with last year's March price was the highest, and then after March it started to drop off, and then it started to go back up. As Shark was shown in his live earlier, it's on the way back up at the moment. So we'll hopefully keep taking that trend.
Your gold's at 1,700.
Gold is €17.43.
Oh,
Yeah.
1928 here.
Yeah. So that'd be about the same in dollars and euros.
The year Shark was born.
What'd you say it's at in there at the moment? 19.
28.
All right, because it's saying on here it's 1923 in dollars. So I don't know.
Mr. Matthews has finished his shower and he's back with us.
Welcome back. Come on, who's got time for gold? Ro's leaving, so Ro, take it easy.
Later, Ro.
Out. Armchair Observer, welcome in. Mr. Matthews saying, who's got time for gold? And bulk bags of gold trimmed stuff lying in a secret location, just waiting for till he retires to start scrapping them all out. I know your game, Ian Matthews. I know your game.
I will be back in just a minute. Excuse me.
Hey, Kevin, welcome in. Kevin Sturgis, welcome in. What did you do with all your MLCCs, Ewa Smart? Did you cash them into? Didn't he buy? Do they buy them off you in board sort?
I don't mess with them.
Say again.
I don't take them out.
Not anymore, you
No,
mean?
but you used to have them off. You had them in a jar one time.
Oh yeah, I got rid of those. I
You
sold
got
them.
rid. That's what I did. You cashed them in, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't take them off the boards.
Yeah, but he bought. Well, why wouldn't you take them off? They were fairly chunky ones, like because sometimes
Because
chunky ones you take them off.
it devalues the board. Board sort's pretty strict lately.
All
They're
right.
starting to crack down.
But again, he might notice a few of them missing off each board, would he?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and do all that.
Yeah.
I don't even take the tantalums unless they're the real thick ones now.
Yeah, I don't bother much with the tantalums anymore because I don't know what to do with them. Because
Yeah, well, board sort buys, but I don't.
yeah, over here there's no one.
They
to
gotta be
buy.
nice and thick for me to take them off.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
over here there's no one to buy them. I don't know how to process them. I don't know what way you go around processing them. With the MLCCs, I can get the silver out of them and probably platinum eventually. But
Yeah, they're like 11 a pound. And the MLCCs I sold them, he gave me 30 a pound for those.
yeah, that's a good price. £30. And them they weigh a bit after a while when you get it. You know, it doesn't take much to get up to a pound in weight.
Yeah, it's like those crystal oscillators. I used to pop them off. I don't do that anymore.
I still pop off the crystal oscillators.
Yeah, I ended up with a water bottle full. I had like 40
There's some
pounds
there.
of them.
I was
Yeah,
popping
I threw
off
them in
earlier.
the shred. Yeah, I threw mine in the shred. Get rid of them.
Yeah, most of them are just crystals. Not all of them are oscillators.
Yeah.
But they do
But
have
some-
some silver in them. I
Yeah.
have gathered. Yes.
Yeah, a bit of silver in them. But it takes a lot of acid to recover. So again, it's more for someone that's just doing it as a hobby rather than trying to make money on it.
But the outer
Okay.
casing is like steel, right? Or
Yeah,
stainless or something.
You have
Yeah.
to peel that off first, and then
Jesus, that's a
Watchguard
mess.
done, wasn't it? Justin 999.
Do something.
He done them on his video on it. He done a video on it. There was something else that popped in. I do pop off the gold band ones as well. They're worth taking off. I
Yeah,
think.
those are oscillators.
Yeah,
Yeah, I sell those to my refiner. He buys those.
yeah. So you pop them off, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Just looking on these boards to see if there's any there to show people what we're on about.
Lol, I just threw something in the wrong bin. Oh, great.
But you are fired.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm my own boss.
Watchcall said $30. Yeah, $30 a pound. Board sort we're paying for them.
Coke and M&Ms.
How's that for diet food?
Hey, more.
I
more
should have
money-
gotten M&Ms. Crap, I didn't get any.
I didn't get any M&Ms. I thought I had some here, but I didn't. I have to restock my M&Ms. Do you still take off the chunky MLCCs, Shark, or do you just leave them all on the board?
Usually I just leave them on the board because they're usually on boards that I'm selling to board sort, so I don't depopulate. But every now and then I'll grab some.
We're just talking about. And what about the gold band oscillators? Do you take them off?
No.
Okay.
Mike buys them.
Um,
FYI.
Who buys them?
Mike.
Oh, your guy.
The gold band oscillators?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
I told him some already.
I have 1.2 million Rob connectors waiting for a vid on how to dismantle them, aren't we? Please, mate. 1.2 million, Ian. Did you count them all individually? Are you sure it's not more than that? At Scrap and Irish, they only pay 15p per kilo for low grade boards. I upload those and sell them to the scrapyard at 18p per kilo. Yeah, that's the reason I depopulate the boards, because I don't have a board sort over here, so I'm only going to get the scrapyard prices, which are stupid price per kg. So I'm not going to give them to them without taking all the goodies off them first. Then they can just have them with all the bits missing off them. So I'll remove like them gold pins that are hanging there. I'll remove them off. Anything else is like chips and stuff like that on them. I'll take all the goodies off it, and then I'll send the boards to the scrapyard.
When are you gonna get a haircut, Shark?
I don't know. I really need one though. I'm like really getting bushy back here.
You need to work on that.
I've never had this much hair in my life.
I got more hair in my belly than you got on your head.
Well, you got a bigger belly than I do.
Well, see?
No.
No, we don't want to see. Hey, board sorted in. Now you were all giving out there, Mike. You were giving out about him. Now you can give out to him there again.
Go fuck yourself.
Mr. Board sorted, what are you paying per pound for MLCCs at the moment? We're just having a chat about the MLCCs. So, what is your MLCCs at the moment, Chris? I bet your ears were burning. You have been caught wrong. So, what are you stripping out there at the moment, Ralph?
Oh, I was given a rather large bag full of cut-offs. So these are all the snips from what you call it, the utility box where all the fuses are, and circuit breakers and stuff. And the guy said, "I have a whole bag of the stuff.
Oh, nice.
You can have it." So that's just about all solid core wire, and these things were in there as well.
Yeah,
so he said, "What's all that worth?" I said, "This by itself, not that much, but if you keep collecting, then it's going to be worth quite a bit." "Oh yeah, don't have the space, don't have the time, don't want to." "You can have it."
Hey, Electronic Scrapper, what are you
good.
working at the moment, Electronic Scrapper? He's always working on something interesting. This guy, there's a Scrapper has that computer nearly got it. Well, this is the bit that annoys me. I just rip them off. I don't care.
Why do we have to be looking at his crotch? I don't understand.
You're not looking at his crotch. You're looking at a laptop.
Move your camera. Move your camera. Just a respectable program here.
Says the man whose the first word was a loud burp.
And do you want to see my belly?
It wasn't an obscenity.
And then he asked people
That
if they
is
want
true.
to see his belly as well. That was another thing.
The only time I used a swear word was when Board Sort came in.
Also true.
Oh, Mr.
I've been very mellow.
Hey, sorry, we missed you coming in. Good afternoon. Well, good evening here. Not working on anything good. I'm busy putting a car back together after painting it. Oh, okay, fair enough. Did you do any work since Electronic Scrapper on the blue M&Ms, as we call them, on the boards? Did you do any more processing of the silver out of them?
Blue M&Ms?
No, not them blue M&Ms now.
Oh, okay.
Do I have any? I don't have any board now with any of them on.
These things.
Yeah, them things. First thing I saw was the rules when I signed it, and first thing Mike did was break them.
I don't give a shit about rules.
Neither do I, actually.
Oh, I see YouTube have updated their terms and conditions. Has everyone accepted the new terms and conditions going forward?
I don't care about you.
That's right. Damn it, you can now go to hell.
yeah, you can
And
say
still
that.
get monetized.
But the shorts, you'll be getting your monetization from February, isn't it? The first for short videos.
Yeah, if you you got to make sure if you're monetized to go in and go through their approval thing and agree to the terms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I done that today when I signed into to set up the live stream. I had to agree to the new term. Well, it was there. Did I want to agree? So I just went through it and agreed to it anyhow. Yeah, it was good to see Solar's back doing videos again, Planet of Junk, but I think she's going to be heading for the hospital again. She was saying So it was only just this weekend she had free. So it was good to see she was trying to get back into her shed. Yep, on the 1st of February, I can get monetized for the 2 I've done. You've done more than 2 shorts, Ian Matthews, you liar.
Given what few shorts I put together, I'm sure that's going to add a whole half a cent to my monetization.
Yeah, but it's over time. See, that's the thing about YouTube. It gradually builds up a bit more every month over time. So what you were earning a year ago from YouTube compared to what you're earning now, it's higher now because you have more videos out and it's the total views for the whole year you'll be getting paid on and stuff like that. So that's the thing about YouTube. It's if you start when you're fairly young and keep doing it until for 20, 30 years or 40 years, if it's still on the go in 40 years time, you'll have a nice little passive income coming in from previous videos you've done. That's the idea of YouTube. But if you're looking, unless you hit a viral video and you make it big straight away, it's more about a long passive income. Hey,
yeah, unless YouTube changes their policies and all of a sudden all your old videos don't qualify and they're all demonetized.
Which they could do, like they could
which
decide
does
to do
happen.
That.
Which
yeah,
is,
they could decide to do that. They could say that any video that's been made over 5 years ago is no longer part of the program, you know. But I'd say if you're constantly doing videos, I'd say they might do something like that if someone has stopped doing YouTube and haven't done anything new in years. You get kicked out of the monetization anyhow because you won't have your watch hours probably if you're not putting any new videos up.
Well, it depends. If your videos are still getting the watch hours, then it should.
But if you only get 1 or 2 views per video or something, you might. You know, it all depends. So that's why you have to kind of constantly be doing something on YouTube to keep it active anyhow. Silver is in them. There's a better way around the muck in the solution. I do know there is no silver layers in the ceramic itself. It's between the lead and the outer ceramic. Okay, nice to know. Watchcall's asking both source. Do any of you have your videos collections stored locally offline? I know a lot of people put their videos onto hard drives and just have them saved on hard drives. So if their YouTube channel gets something goes wrong with it and they have to reset up their YouTube channel again, they have their videos there on hard drives. They can just upload them. So
yes,
that's something I'd advise anyone do that has a lot of videos on YouTube is download your videos and put them on a hard drive if you haven't got the backups of them. And then if anything goes wrong with your YouTube channel, you can always re-upload your videos again.
Yeah, you can even edit them slightly before you upload them again if you would want to.
Yeah.
I've got all my unedited stuff. All I basically have a folder of a project that has like 15, 20, 25, 30 videos in it that are then edited into the complete project, and I have the complete project in a separate folder and screenshots and thumbnails that I made for every single video. And I just keep those. If anything happens to my channel, I can just re-upload everything if I would want to.
Well, that's an issue I'm having at the moment as well, Mr. Matthews. Trying to get time to watch people's videos is the issue at the moment. It's just I'm very busy at work, and then I have other stuff going on. I'm trying to catch up on scrap, and I should have been doing, and trying to make room because hopefully I might be getting more e-waste in a month's time again. So I have to try and make room for it if I'm going to get it. It's no point getting it and I have nowhere to put it. So it's getting harder and harder to watch videos at the moment. Definitely a good idea. Storage is cheap these days. Yeah, you can get up hard drives a lot cheaper.
8 terabytes for 150 euros, I think, by now. It should be about similar in dollars.
Yeah.
So, Irish, the folks at YouTube have, they run numbers on everything. And the average life for a YouTube content creator is 5 years.
Yes. So I'm almost there.
Oh, I started my channel in 2018, so I'm on my 5 years.
Yes.
So when I was at VidSummit, I was talking to one of the folks from YouTube about that statistic because I thought it was interesting. I told him, I said, I know folks that have been doing this much longer than 5 years, and they were saying that, there's folks that burn out, they're good content creators. They just get burned out. And so they just, they stop producing because they're just, they're fried. There are other content creators that they move on to either other platforms, or they have become so successful that they're now working with, a large marketing firm, ad firm, whatever. They've just moved on to bigger things.
Yeah.
And then there's people that get into it for all the wrong reasons. They think they're going to make a fortune. They think they're going to be famous, all this kind of stuff. And it takes them a while to finally just say, oh, the hell with this noise. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can name 4 or 5 people that started channels around the same time as me that no longer are doing YouTube,
Yeah.
And for one reason or another, they just stopped. And like some people, just the scrapping became too busy for them to be doing YouTube, or they just felt they didn't have time. Other people thought that YouTube was going to make them rich, and it didn't. So I suppose when I started YouTube, I always say this. I started it. I thought, I'm going to make money here, and a lot of money here on YouTube. Blah blah blah. This is it. But then after the first 6 months, I discovered, YouTube's not like that. Only a few people get lucky to make a lot of money on it. And then after that, you have a choice to make. Do you still like doing YouTube? Do you like showing people what you're doing? If you do, carry on. That's why I carry on doing YouTube. And if I didn't, I just stopped doing it. So YouTube is more showing people what I do every week while I'm into the e-waste and stuff like that. Same as e-waste Mike, I presume, and same as you, Shark, and the same as Ralph. They do YouTube to show what they're doing in their
as a hobby.
In their hobby.
And a bit of social interaction here and there.
Yeah. Like I like the lives as well, because you get to meet people from all over the world, see what they're at, talk about different topics, and everyone has a different opinion on something. And again, it's just to see what people's opinions are on, like scrap or on YouTube in general and stuff like that.
Well, and I have to admit, I get a lot of enjoyment out of editing videos. It's like some things I have no idea what's going to happen. When I do a street scrapping video, it's like I have no idea what I'm going to find. And so then trying to put a video together that ties it all together, to me, that's a lot of fun. And then there's when I know that I'm going to do a specific breakdown this thing, how to get money out of this thing, what's the best return on investment for this thing, the planning out the video, shooting the shots that I want, editing them together. I find that so interesting, which I guess makes me kind of weird that's just one of many things that makes me weird. But I really enjoy doing that.
True scrappers who post it to YouTube, and YouTubers who think they are scrappers. Yeah, that's true enough too. There's YouTubers who just do the video because just think it's going to be something that will get them views and they can make money off it. And then there's people like Shark who are scrappers first and then do the YouTube videos to show what they're doing. And same with e-waste Mike. They make their livings from that and stuff like that. And then there's other people who go, what market can I do that will create money from YouTube? So whether it's scrapping or whether it's travel videos or whatever. So that's why you see some people might start off doing YouTube, doing cookery. It's not working for them. They'll move and do something else. So YouTube is what they're looking at, not the actual thing they're doing on YouTube.
Yeah, and they're just trying to find the right niche.
Yeah.
That they can get into. And there's nothing wrong with that either, right?
No.
I mean, people get into different things. Then there are scrappers like Roger, like CU Scrapping, that are working so freaking hard every day that I don't know how they find the time to put together a video. I mean, that guy is just cranking. He sent me a couple of notes about stuff that he was working on. And it's amazing to be that this guy can put anything out there.
You mean these stickers, DMAC, is it? The stickers that I was meant to send to Rick's Mowers about 2 years ago, I'd say, if not more.
I still have stickers to send.
I still haven't sent them. I developed, I think because I met Ian Matthews, I caught that disease of not sending stickers out.
Yes, I blame him too.
I blame him.
I didn't say it was your fault. I said I blame you.
But another thing that I think YouTube has ruined for genuine scrappers is YouTube makes it look like it's easy to make money sometimes because people some scrappers that are doing YouTube will lie about what they're making because they think more people are going to watch their videos. So they'll say, "Oh, I made so much on selling copper this week. I picked up so much copper, blah blah blah," and then you have everyone going out all of a sudden thinking there's easy money to be made on scrapping. I just go out there and I think so. The guy that was picking up a nice week's like see you scrapping or yourself or whatever doing your scrap, all of a sudden you have to compete with all these guys just coming out and picking stuff up because they think it's easy money, and they don't, and that lasts for so long and then it just disappears again. But that's what some I've noticed on some YouTube channels is they will say that, oh, I took in 5,000 quid worth of copper this month or whatever, and they didn't take in 5,000 quid worth of copper because they're just lying. And then all of a sudden everyone thinks, oh, it's easy to make money. That guy's making $5,000 a month from scrapping copper. I can do that. And then all of a sudden you're all competing against them.
It's kind of like clickbait.
You know? I trip for 16 hours and 3 hours. But yeah, exactly. Sometimes, Ian, I could spend hours in the shed and I might get half a gram of gold dust, which is worth, gram 50 is worth 25 quid. And I might spend 2 days doing it and about 20 quid's worth of acid. So in the end, I don't make money on it, but I do it as a hobby, and that's the reason I do it.
I don't consider myself a real scrapper. It's just I gather the metals that I want to melt and turn into projects, and then all the stuff that is left over and I turn into the scrapyard is just a little bonus.
Yeah, well, if you get the stuff free, if people bring you stuff and it's free, you'll make money on it. But if you have to go out there and collect it, and you have to take into account, if you're doing it for a living, the amount of time it takes, your fuel on your vehicle, your insurance on your vehicle. But again, a lot of these guys that are doing it part-time aren't going to have insurance on their vehicles for picking up scrap. They're not going to be going by the rules. So the guy that's doing it for a living is actually going by the rules. Is there more than 5,000 quid's worth in the world? Yeah. Is there more? Who is still doing their New Year's scrapping resolutions? I'm still working on my New Year's scrapping resolutions.
Me too.
To scrap everything down, break everything down into smaller bits, and stuff like that. I'm sticking to that. I think E. Matthews is sticking to his. E. Matthews said, "Get into fire extinguishers." There's a tip. Yeah, well, I think Ian Matthews has the fire extinguisher market cornered at the moment. I'm pretty sure every fire extinguisher in the world comes to him.
He just said he was getting 500 more.
Yeah.
His wife's gonna beat his ass.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how expensive is it to get divorced in the United Kingdom?
See, the only problem there is if he got divorced and he'd have to give 50% of it. Does she want 50% of that shed? I don't think she wants that problem. She doesn't want 50% of that.
Well, the problem is one of the two is going to have to move, and it's probably she's going to kick Ian out, and then he's going to have to find a new place, which is probably going to be smaller, so there's even more crammed with stuff.
Well, he has a secret location. Don't forget that.
Yes, that is true, but I don't think he can live there. She loves me. I shower her with the money I make. Yeah, that's it.
Don't those coins hurt when you throw them at her?
Ian, don't forget I was at your house and I seen you had tea bags out in the clothesline drying them out. You're very tight. Shower her with money? I doubt that. I know. I think you only put the tea bags out in the clothesline when Johnny was coming from Yorkshire, because Yorkshire people are very tight as well. I got into one last week, almost burnt the truck down because it was too compacted.
Man, I knew somebody that would save their tea bags and reuse them. And it was like they had this process. It's like, you use a tea bag the first time, and then it takes, 2 tea bags the next time to make a cup of tea, and then you got to take 3 for the third time you make a cup of tea. I mean, at some point, you're not getting any more tea out of the tea leaves, are you?
What are you talking about?
He's on his 12th dip. Yeah, they like weak tea. They do like weak tea.
Has
Did you
anyone
do
seen this solid gold Eiffel Tower I found, by the way?
Solid
Wow,
gold.
you're pretty strong for holding that like that with solid gold, Ralph.
Yeah,
I am
man,
really
no
strong,
kidding.
yes. I have superpowers, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I forgot.
It is completely metal, and it is golden in color. And when I did grind at the corner here, then it turned copper color, and then it turned silver color. So I'm guessing it's a type of zinc-ish alloy, Zamac, probably the same stuff they make toy cars out of. And then it might actually be gold plated. Shall I send this over, Scrapping Irish?
I don't think that's gold plated.
I don't think either. No. Well, I found it in the trash, so it was pretty cool. There was some plastic bit and a circuit board and some lights in there that was all broken up, and I took all of that out. And without it, it actually kind of looks pretty cool. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll probably maybe even melt it in a video.
When is the robot challenge finishing up, by the way?
On 14th of February.
Yeah. Be interested to see what Mr. Matthews comes up on that challenge. What?
I haven't come up with anything, so I'm probably not going to be entering that one.
A guy I work with from Yorkshire, he paid me a compliment by saying I was as tight as a Yorkshire man. See, Clark, I'm on my second can of Coke there now, so more money towards our retirement. I have 3 bins of them to take apart as well.
Oh, adapters.
Of adapters, so I want to get the transformers out of them. And, get
There's
the brass.
actual transformers in those? The ones I get only have like a little crappy circuit board. They weigh practically nothing.
No, there's weight in this one, so I'm presuming there's a transformer in it. Let me see if I
If they are heavy, they might have a transformer. Yeah.
I'll see if I can crack it open and see if there's a transformer. But it feels like there's a transformer in it.
Yeah, if I turn them in just like adapters with the pins broken off because the pins are brass, then I get breakage. And if I take the transformer out, then I get copper bearing motors. So slightly more. Well, about twice as much.
No, I'm going to have to get a better thing than that as a hammer. Ian isn't worried about tea. He's surely on Herban by now. No, this is plastic cruiser. Can't put it in plug soup. It's not that rubbery stuff. It's just a hard plastic, so you break it with a hammer fairly easy.
I got a bucket, almost a bucket full, so I can do another plug soup. I'm not going to make a video, but
so my yard will take those as small motors.
But again, I'll micro scrap it down. You see, you don't do that, so I'll break the transformer and unravel all the copper. I know that Mike is about to explode because I say that, but that's what I do.
Oh, the robot challenge has been postponed indefinitely, so there's no ETA on it for now.
Because he got 500 fire extinguishers coming.
Also that, yeah.
Hey George, welcome in. There is a small transformer in that. So yeah, there is a small little transformer in there. I can feel by the weight of it. So I wanted to get that out of it. But I have a couple of bins full of them. So I have 2 bins. I have one where the light ones go into, and then the ones with a bit of weight in them go in the other one. Then there's a transformer in them, and eventually I'll get around to scrapping them out as well. If copper prices keep going up, I'll get around to it a bit quicker.
You need to throw that laptop in the trash. He's struggling.
Right, I will go to the recycle yard and I hope we do some.
No need to be so careful. Just rip it open.
And we see when you're on streams and stuff, you just don't rip them off. When you see, I wouldn't. But when there's no one around, I just throw them on the floor and smash them.
Or sell them to this shit ass company right here. They'll buy.
Yeah, they'll buy them. They give you different prices for working or with the screens attached to batteries, isn't it?
I'm gonna check the board sort over here to see what their prices are now.
That board sort. I discovered something that should be interesting. That board sort. The guy that owns that has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And he's called. Is it Dutch Scrapper or something. I subscribe to him, and if you look at his videos in the corner, he's got Board Sort Holland or Board Sort NL in the corner of all his videos. So he's actually a scrapper. And he has a
Okay,
YouTube
so
channel.
he just stole the name Board Sort. He might be watching. You never know. He just stole the name Board Sort and ran with it.
I'm gonna change my channel to Board Sort Sucks. That'll be my new channel name.
Yeah, but he's got a YouTube channel, and he's in. He's either called Holland Scrapper or something. Let me see. I should have him there from my subscriber list.
Business is ruthless.
Oh yeah, he has a little YouTube video here. Yeah. I actually clicked on that earlier.
Yeah.
There. And if I then open it.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
and,
I actually saw this video.
and I'm sure it's got to be frustrating for, you know,
This
somebody like
channel
Chris.
is just called Board Sort and has 1 subscriber.
No, there's another channel. I'll find it there in a while. What were you saying there? Sorry, Shark. What were you saying?
I was saying, you know, it's got to be frustrating for Chris at Board Sort. They've got a good name, and then there's people that in, you know, other places in the world that will go ahead and take the name and then maybe put, you know, .country code behind it or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, Board Sort's a good company, but they're not big enough to go after somebody in another country. Probably, you know, I mean, that gets expensive.
Yeah.
And they risk you know, that company being less than reputable and causing them problems, and that's got to be extremely frustrating.
Yeah, but again, people might think, oh, is that Board Sort? Or have they branched out into Europe? And you know, if they get I'm not saying the guy is going to rip anyone off or anything, but if they ever did get ripped off by the other guy, all of a sudden they associate that with Board Sort in America as being the same company, you know. So stuff like that, yeah, it can be frustrating.
Well, if he wants to live up to the Board Sort here, he has to rip people off. The only way he's gonna live up to that name.
This little video only has 46 views.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that channel there actually. Let me go back in again into my channel list because I came out of it. And
You said Dutch Scrapper?
Or no, Holland. I think you used Holland, not Dutch.
Dutch.
Holland Scrapper or something like that, or
Oh, he is
Scrapping
in
Holland,
North Holland, I think.
or maybe North Holland Scrapper or something like that.
Dutch Scrapper, there's also. Let me check this thing out then. Seven
long time
subscribers,
since-
awesome.
Yeah,
This channel
it's,
does not have content. Oh wait, there's 2 videos. Why is it saying it doesn't have content? 1 year ago, 1 year ago.
Are they somebody else's videos?
I don't think so. No, they're not playlists. They're just videos. Let's see what other channels is on. Moose, Scrap and Pallet Man, TKOR, the King of Random, which is now a mess. Oh, he's subscribed to Ian Matthews. E-Waste Ben.
We got to put these damn images away.
Scrapping E-Waste Holland. That's the name of the channel. I think.
Right. Let me have a look.
I put an ad on the local thing here, you know, for e-waste. And this lady, I had to get a whole life story. I'm 80 years old, and blah, 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 blah. Like, I give a shit. She's like, oh, I have some items, but would you be able to rewire a lamp and fix a couple clocks? I'm like, no, that's it. And I blocked her.
Yeah, I think it's that channel, Scrapping.
176.
Come on, Mike, you could do that.
I might do her, but I ain't going to do her lamps.
What?
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Yeah, I had to get
13
a whole life
hours
history.
ago.
Yeah, so he's 176 subscribers. So
Yeah. Look, this channel doesn't feature any other channels. That sucks.
right, back to where I was. Scrapper just ripped that.
Oh yeah, the website is boardsword.nl. Yeah.
Even
Spabak.
Bin did that to me. Oh yeah, even Bin started buying boards. That's correct. He went and done done the same, but he didn't call himself Board Sword or anything like that. He just started doing it.
That guy's got to have a crap load of money.
It's all about perspective. We work to be the best we can, as much as it sucks. It demonstrates the value of the hard work. When people around the world climb on your, yeah, true enough. If you've got a good idea and people see it's working, they'll try and copy it, like the good old Chinese do with everything.
Later, Silver.
Hey, Silver, take it easy. And Cruiser Mac left as well. I forgot to say bye to Cruiser Mac because we're busy chatting about something at the time. But yeah, I still wish there was a board sort over here and that'd buy boards things off me at a good price now, because there is. I know that there's a couple of guys where they'll buy stuff, but again, they're not much higher than what you get in the scrapyard, so not worth even dealing with them.
So this guy has been on YouTube for at least 2 years longer than I have, but he has half the total views. I don't get that many views.
Well, again, you see, I think his videos are in Dutch, so.
I haven't clicked on any, so yeah, that might be why.
Yeah, and you see, you do your videos in English, so straight away you're opening yourself up to a bigger market for people to look at. Where if you're doing your video if you were doing it in Dutch, a lot less people would watch your videos because they wouldn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah. Then you get a very narrow audience, because there's like only 17 point something million people in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then there's some Belgians that speak Netherlands.
Yeah, but how many of them people are going to be into scrapping?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And the translator is not always very accurate. There's no telling what's liable to come out of the translation.
Did I say hi to Grasscutter Palmer, by the way, when he came in? If I didn't, Tim,
I think I did. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm not sure did I or didn't I when he came in. I'm going to be back in a minute. Shark, keep an eye on everyone, especially.
Especially Desert Scrapper, because he just doesn't come down. But Ralph is
that was for Timmy.
Photogenic, still single. Yes.
I want to see what's on that board. He's got a gold corner BGA, so it's not too bad.
Check it out.
What else is he?
Oh yeah, that gold corner BGA. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I keep those. I'm gonna send them all to Mike.
All these years, it's finally worth it.
Mike, do you not have the heat turned on?
I have been cold for 3 fucking days. Literally. I mean, I went to bed last night like this. I went to bed at 6:30 last night. I was so cold.
Yeah.
I feel all right, but man, I just cannot heat up at all.
Dang, man.
That's weird. Yeah.
I'm old. Might as well discharge, but no, I've been stressing out and shit lately, so I just think I've been feeling good. Got too much going on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Good.
I don't sneak them off the board. I just take the damn things off. There ain't no sneaking involved. No, this thing I got going, the guys just, they keep changing shit, and it's really not worth my time to screw with it.
Oh.
So
yeah, one of those.
Tomorrow is my last trip over there to figure out this, and if they don't like it, they can suck my ass, because I'm not cleaning up their shit. And they can find somebody else to do it. And I'm doing it for free. And I'm doing it for free on top of it.
Were you able to get the picture in there that you asked me about?
Well, the thing was, they had on the spreadsheet I had, I just, because I didn't know how to put the photo on the spreadsheet.
Oops.
So I just took a picture, and I submitted the pictures and the spreadsheet with all the, and they couldn't figure out where the pictures went, even though I had them all labeled with the numbers that they sent me. So he just sent me another spreadsheet, and I have to have 11 pictures because they couldn't figure out what they were. So everything in these units we took and we numbered the boxes. So on the spreadsheet, we have box 1 and, whatever it is. And then, if we put something else in that box 1, whatever it is. And they couldn't, some of them they figured it out, some they did. And so he wants me to go over there tomorrow. There's like 11 pictures and they don't know, they can't find what matches the picture, even though they have all the pictures and it's their shit. You think they would know, by the number, just type in the serial number. So I told him, I said, I'll go there tomorrow morning and do it. And I said, if you're not happy with that, don't, lose my number. Don't bother me. I have other shit to do. They're stressing me out. And I don't stress out. I mean, I don't stress out, but man, these people just got me nuts. Ridiculous. I mean, it's a two storage units, but I don't really give a shit whether I get that crap or not. Because 99% of it is, decent shit, but there's a lot of trash too. And I have to take all that stuff. I don't want to deal with it. I would rather lose money than deal with it. And I got to drive like 45 minutes. And it's on the third floor storage unit. So I got to dolly it off, down the elevator, outside. And they want to do that Thursday. It's supposed to pour rain here Thursday all day. So, my beautiful hair will get wet. And my oversized board sort thing will shrink.
Well, but so I'll tell you what would make it a non-starter for me is driving 45 minutes to go there. Then you're going to put in a few hours of work and then drive 45 minutes back. Yeah,
they paid me. They're paying me to do the inventory, but I had me and 2 other people. So I had the one guy that helps me. He's such a pain in my ass. And I told him how I wanted to do it. I said, we're going to do 1 box at a time. And we didn't even have to inventory everything. It was just the major electronics that they, that was in the units that we just had a quantity, box number, serial number, description, shit like that. This freaking idiot, he's going through every box, he's pulling everything out, and it was all screwed up. So, he wants to do shit his way all the time. So he don't help me no more. He's done. I told him, don't even bother. So, and
yeah, when your help is creating work for you, they're not helping.
And I had like 100. I think when I got done, I had like 138 items that I had to inventory of just electronic components, not all plus all the other little. There's like gold pins that are in rows, and I seen one of them and I put it on the foot. I smashed it. I said, "Hey," just like that. I did, thinking of Irish. I smashed it, and then I took it. I threw it inside the unit somewhere. But they were on a roll. I mean, they were solid gold. I mean, I saw gold, but completely coated. And they were on it looked like a Tommy gun roll.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah. But that's all shred to me. I don't play with that crap. But there's a lot of crap. There's like a microwave. There's a refrigerator.
Hold on a second now. Does board sort not buy gold-plated material?
Yeah, they do.
Well, you could just sell it to him instead of scrap. Shred.
I don't want to deal with board sort as much as I do. You think I want to sit there and help them out and sit there and pull a little? No.
Hey, Patrick Williams and Watchcock came in as well, Parknet. So hi, guys.
And I just get screwed on the price anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Why bother?
That's
now, if they were on a paper roll, you could just burn the paper off and you'd end up with the pins.
It's so much easier to just pick up that roll and go right in the shred bucket.
Patrick Williams, what part of Ireland are you in? First, tell me what part you're in, and I'll tell you who might take them off you if you're near them.
You don't recognize that bridge?
You think that you're like the typical American, like you think we're all live in one small town.
Yes, because everything is small compared to Americans.
You come over and you go, my father was Murphy's from such a place. Do you know the Murphy's from such a place? No. I don't know the Murphy's from there.
So you don't live in the Shire?
No, I don't. I'm still waiting for Patrick to tell me where he is in Ireland, so I can maybe work out if I know any of the scrapyards that'll take them off him. copper bearing motors. Why don't the scrapyard take your copper bearing motor? I don't understand
That's
that.
weird because they should take them.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably take them, but won't give them a good price, probably.
Oh yeah, that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think I get 70 cents a kilogram, which would
Yeah, they'll
be
probably just give them scrap
30
price.
cents
price
each
or
a
something.
pound in. Well, in Ireland, you use euros as well, so yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be. And you also use the correct measurement system.
Well, we
not
drive
sure.
on the other side of the road.
You drive on the wrong side of the road as well? Oh.
No, we drive on the left side, which is the right side.
No, that's the right side isn't called the right side for nothing.
George, take it easy. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. And again, if you haven't
Later,
hit the like
George.
side, please do consider hitting it.
Kilkenny.
I know that Shark doesn't like hitting it at all. He goes, I'll only hit it at the end of the show.
Well, Kilkenny. Oh my God.
Kilkenny.
Oh my God,
Kilkenny.
Kilkenny.
Unfortunately, he's on the east coast of Ireland. I'm on the west coast, so I don't know anyone up in Kilkenny. I know I was going to tell him if he was on the west coast, there's crowds in Sligo and Donegal that'll take them, but I don't know anyone up in Kilkenny direction.
Isn't it like a half an hour drive from one coast to the other?
No, it is not a half an hour drive from one side to the other side.
It's only 15 minutes. Come on.
Says the Dutch guy who lives in a country like that. Big.
I would say Dublin is on the east coast and where I am is on the west coast. So for me to drive from where I am in the west coast to Dublin is 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on traffic.
Okay, yeah.
So, but
It's
again,
about 3 hours across the country.
If I was to drive to the south of Ireland, it'd take me 4, 5, maybe 6 hours. So it all depends, which direction you're heading in. Where Ireland is longer than it is wider.
Yes, the Netherlands is the same.
Yeah.
Of course, depending upon the time of day and how things are going, I could spend 2 hours on the road here and not even be 10 miles down the road. So,
well, if you lived in Dublin and you wanted to go from one side of Dublin to the other side of Dublin, it could take you 2 hours. So I could probably travel from where I am quicker to Dublin than the Dublin person could travel from the east of Dublin to the west of Dublin.
Yeah. I spoke to someone from Texas. I think he lived close to Fort Worth there. And he said, if I go and visit family, it's an 11.5-hour drive and I'm still in Texas.
Oh, it's forever.
If I drive for 11.5 hours, I'm in frickin' Spain.
See
I'll have gone through Belgium, through France, and into Spain.
That's what drives me mad about Irish scrapyards, and that's why I'd love for a proper scrapyard company from the UK to come in and open places in Ireland. They'll see you coming in with copper, like what they said to Patrick. They'll see him coming in with copper bearing motors, and they go, "Oh, just throw them in the shred." But when they go into the shred, they're not going to leave them in the shred. They're going to take them out and sell them into someone else for the copper prices. They're just, some scrapyards here in Ireland are complete rip-off merchants. Throw them in the shred. That's what they say. So that's what drives me crazy about some of the scrapyards here. They're complete rip-off merchants, and they shouldn't even have a right.
If they just say throw it in the shred, just put it back in your car. Said okay, then.
Yeah, that's what I do. If I've done that loads of times. I've gone to one particular place that's closest to me, but he is an absolute bellend, I'll call him. But you go in there and you'll say, I've got some aluminum here, and that's cans. Put it in with cans, and here it's not cans, it's aluminum. It's not aluminum can, which is the lowest rate. I said it's clean aluminum. That's a better rate. Oh, I'm just going to give you can price. I go, that's grand. I put it back in the car or the van or whatever, and they think, oh, let me see what I can do for you. Then all of a sudden, they're just ripping people off. Some of them are,
I stopped taking in cans because they want me to put the cans in the shred.
Later, Chris. Have a good one. Enjoy that ham, man.
Thanks for being in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, later, Chris.
I don't like doing business that way with people. It's one thing if you want to haggle prices honestly with me, okay, especially if that's your culture. It's one of those things that I got used to when I was in the Navy, and I would go to different countries, and you just realize that haggling is the way some nations just do everything. And then there's other places where there's a posted price, and you go in and you pay the posted price, and you're out of there. What I can't stand is when somebody is trying to play games with you.
Yeah.
And either outright rip you off or hope that you don't know what you're talking about in order to rip you off. I do not like it at all.
Yeah, well, that's what some of the scrapyards do here. They think people like, because again, some people probably don't know what they have, and they're going into scrapyards and they're getting absolute crap prices for it. That's why I always ring ahead. And anymore, I ring the scrapyard and I say, I've got copper bearing motors. What are you paying per pound for them? And to say, oh, we don't take copper bearing motors and put them in shred, I just hang up the phone. I won't bother even talking about it to them. So that's what you're better doing, Patrick. Ring around a couple of scrapyards and Kilkenny, would it be worth it if you have enough of them? It might be worth driving to Dublin. I know the scrapyards in Dublin are a lot better than the scrapyards outside of Dublin because they have a lot more competition. So they have to be a bit more fair with you because you just drive down the road to another scrapyard if they're not. Where in the countryside, I can drive 20 minutes to the nearest scrapyard, or I have to drive an hour and a half to the other an hour and 10, an hour 15 to the other one. So, that's what they know. There's sometimes you mightn't drive that hour and something for the sake of 10 cents a pound or something,
I'm quite lucky. I have 3 scrapyards within a 15-minute drive, and the one that is closest is actually the one that pays best.
Mike Dando, welcome in, and K&D Scrapping, welcome in, sir. Good to see you.
I see Everyday Solars has made an appearance. Oh, it just turned to Errol. I was quite surprised that Everyday Solars mentioned me in their video because she found some old guilders from the Netherlands. That's before we had the euro.
Is that considered a form of stalking?
Trying to give me a price if I walk and
no, it's a tribute.
We are done. Yeah, exactly. That's the way. That's the way I'm going to do it with scrapyards. If they give you a price, you don't like it, just turn around and walk out. And they go, oh, no, I'll give you something better. I just keep going anymore. Say, if you aren't going to give it to me in the first place, you're not going to get it now. Force them. Any of you all anyone scrap fridge freezers? I stay away from any of that big white goods because I don't have space to do it in. So I don't really bother with it. I know Dan, K&D Scrapping, does a lot of white goods.
I will sometimes pull stuff off like with a refrigerator or freezer. I absolutely have to remove the compressor anyway. They won't take it in the shred pile if it still has the compressor on it. So might as well take all the copper and wire off of it if you're taking the compressor off of it. So and I've got a couple of plumbers and HVAC guys now that are starting to hold stuff for me. So that's nice because the HVAC guys will pump down the refrigerant, which makes it much less risky when you're cutting the copper pipe if you know it's been evacuated.
D-Mac, no, I don't know Des Barrett. I don't know that person. Paul, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. Hope all is going good with you.
Hey, Paul.
Matthew stays away from fridge freezers as well. Now, the odd dryer, if I see a dryer, I'll pick up a dryer because sometimes you can be lucky. You might pick up some coins inside the dryers as well. So,
and the weird thing is, I repair dryers and washing machines for a living and dishwashers. And I have never, ever found a coin in a dryer. I have in the drain pump of washing machines. I actually found like $7.50 and change in one. So, yeah.
I
don't pick them up either. I snip the cord and I'm off. Unless I have the time and I have tools with me, I might if it's a washing machine, take out the motor, take out the drain pump, stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. He got his search for doing it, so he's going to do all the local dumps or scrapyards or whatever. Yeah,
that's
pretty
handy.
Cool.
My best find so far in a dryer was a diamond earring.
Oh,
real diamond earring or one of them fake ones?
No, it was real.
Zirconiums.
Oh,
yeah, real
cool.
diamond. A jeweler friend of mine bought it from me. It off me. It's always good to have a jeweler or two as a friend, because sometimes they can be a good source of, how to sell things.
Sometimes you can take the motors off the. I know off the dryers. Is it the dryer? You can get the motor off a lot easier.
Yeah.
Without even having to take it all apart to get the motor off on some of the dryers.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of copper's in them because, as I said, I don't really do that much of them. So
The Whirlpool dryers that I did had good copper in the motors, and I've replaced them now and again. But so far, working for Beko, I have not changed out a single motor because they don't break.
And they would have been ranked as a cheaper models on the market to buy.
Yeah.
So they're talking from you, they seem to have better quality stuff.
Yes. Weirdly enough, yeah. And if I do take a pump or a motor, well, it's usually a pump. Sometimes they're Chinesium. The dishwasher main pump is most of the time is copper, but there's not much in there. It's like 90 grams of copper.
Yeah.
But I have like 150 of them, or had 150 of them. I scrapped out 100, and it's actually part of a video that I'm still working on.
Well, Matthew said he'd done a video on it, and he got 2 kgs of copper from one. So if you can remember right, he said. But as he was saying down here, and as you were saying, a lot of them are Chinesium now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So I need 23 more of these to get a pound.
20, how many?
23.
So that's like a
yeah.
case. Isn't it 24 cans in a case?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so a case of cans is a pound.
Yeah, but if
Well,
you melt them and you turn them into ingots, or in this case a little muffin, this is 92 grams. So you would say that would be, I don't know, 10 maybe 9, 10 cans, because one can is about 10 grams. But this is actually over 20 cans because you lose so much aluminium when melting cans.
Yeah, because of
Yeah.
the.
And my scrapyard actually takes these as cast, which has
Which is
the
pretty
lowest
cool,
value,
because a lot
which is
of scrapyards-
120.
I
There's
think
a lot
a
of
case
scrappers
is
don't want to take that.
36.
No.
I think a case is 36 cans around here.
Oh, over here is 24 cans in a case.
Yeah, we have 24 cans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
See, in
a
America-
tray.
in
It's
America,
one of those
everything has to
cardboard
be
trays.
more.
Yeah.
Everything has to be more. You just can't have 24. You have to have 36.
Everything in America is bigger, especially the people.
Hey, we work hard at that, man.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even bother with the Coke cans anymore. I just put them in my recycling bin and let the what you call have them, the waste crowds that come and collect the bins every week. So because they just take up too much space to store, and they just.
Oh, no, it's 24. I was wrong.
There you
24.
go.
See?
I don't know why I thought it was 36.
Let's have a look at that board,
get
Desert
10
Scrapper.
cents per
Show us
can.
that board for a minute. Is he listening to me?
We don't have
Desert
returns on
Scrapper.
cans yet.
Desert Scrapper. Desert
What is-
Scrapper. Earth calling Desert Scrapper. Show us the board. Turn it over for a minute. I want to see the board. I want to see what it ended up being like in the end. All right, yeah. And turn it the other side again. What was there a CPU in it, or was there no CPU in it?
There was an AMD Sempron in there.
Oh, there was an AMD Sempron. Okay, that's what I was wondering because I missed that. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, no problem, Ian. That's the link to that video where Ian. Oh yeah, there's the. Show me a second. Turn it over. I want to have a look at the gold pins. Yes, a nice bit.
That's what
Cool.
AMD does. They have the little holes in for orientation purposes. Until everything went pinless.
Yeah, a lot of the scrapyards won't take the Coke cans or the pop cans or soda cans over here anymore. They don't want them. They're just for the price they're probably getting off them. They take up too much space in their yards.
Yeah, and there's proper recycling channels for cans now. as Shark Scrapper talked about earlier.
Yeah, it is one of those things that if your community has curbside or organized recycling, aluminum cans are one of those things that they want you to put in there.
Yeah, so that's what I do mine now. I just put them in the organized recycling and let them take it away.
Yeah.
No, I whenever I do decide to do a bit of melting, which most scrappers get into at some stage, doing a little bit of casting or whatever, I'll keep a certain amount of them every time, and maybe do as if my scrapyard will buy them when you melt them down, then I'll probably start doing that with them. Like Ralph's does. If you can put them into bars or muffins or whatever, and sell them that way, then I will probably do that with them.
Yeah, the funny thing is, if you make nice and shiny ingots, they will sell for more than the scrap price on eBay. Maybe even 2 or 3, or sometimes maybe even 5 times the scrap price if they're really nice looking.
Yeah, that's what E-Waste Bin done with his copper one time. He was selling them for 5 times the value of copper at the time.
Yeah, and if you make some nice like sculpture things, if you get a bit more advanced into casting, I've had a couple of people actually. I have to go the correct way. Asked me about the other way, my fish sculpture, and someone said I'll pay you $50 for it, and the value of the metal that's in there is nowhere near $50. So
can you see there?
Yeah, it's my make a fish challenge. Come on, point the right way, finger. There.
There.
It's aluminium in Orbis and bronze
there's a
fish.
video on his channel if anyone hasn't seen it. We've done
it's the part 2 one that has the
we've done a make a fish challenge was a thing, and I took part in it, and a lot of
people did. I think there were like 22 or 24 entries into the make a fish challenge. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So this was one of my pride and joys from Ben.
Oh yeah.
Remember when he was making these?
Yeah.
Shape of Australia. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty cool.
So what price
was stuff like that would sell? Yeah.
What price was that at the time? Can you remember, Shark?
He sent it to me as a congratulations gift for the channel.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was selling them for, because again, the amount of copper in there is probably 50 cents at the time back then.
Yeah. Not sure.
Yeah, I think like one of these bars is worth more in weight.
Yeah.
Because there's more weight in there. But if you turn it into a nice project, then it can sell for more.
Oh, I remember. It was a giveaway that he was doing. Okay. And I won the giveaway.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I rarely win giveaways.
This was what he sent to me. I think when I got my first 1,000 subscribers, it's a 1937 Australian crown, King George.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
92.5% silver, 7.5% copper. Minted in Melbourne. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Wannabe Scrapper is what's he going to do? I'm going to cast souvenirs for our local charities to try and get better value and make the town a little of cash for the museums and the Lions Club. Pretty cool.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. By all means. And casting is a lot of fun if you're being careful about it.
Yeah, you have to be. Careful.
There's a lot of things they have to take in account. It's not watching 2 Big Stack D videos and thinking, "Oh, I can do this too."
Yeah, well, that's the reason.
Which unfortunately some people do.
Yeah, that's why I haven't even thought about doing it yet.
So, also,
Mike is just waving his hands again.
So you also never know. You never know when you have a channel which your subscribers are going to send to you.
What the hell? Ah, see, you're all about getting something to keep the sun off.
That is brilliant.
Hey, Shark, you're all about here. You're getting something to keep the sun off your head. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I found a tiny little hangy thingy that was on something. It's a little shark, and I kept it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's actually This is actually a doggy costume.
Oh, okay. I've seen those. I've also seen videos of a dog with a spider costume, and they just let the dog loose in the house, and the wife just went insane.
Yeah. Roger sent that to me. See you scrapping.
Oh, cool.
And I put it on. I put it on Lulu, and she was having nothing to do with it. She was going into zone mode to get rid of that damn thing. I mean, it's like she was attacking herself, trying to get it off of her.
I want to get something for my mom's dog, like a little suit or something. I don't know.
Would you like a shark?
No, thank you.
Okay.
That's your thing.
Yeah, can't be taking that off him.
And I mean, Roger spent a lot of money on that too, by the way. I just got to let you know. I mean, because, it's silver lined, probably heat resistant. I could wear this forging metal or something, I'm thinking.
That would do well in videos. Yeah. Wearing the proper attire.
That's right.
I wonder what
the safety shark.
I wonder if a shark was out street scrapping and he was wearing that on his head. I wonder what people would think.
Nobody would take you seriously.
They go, the tin foil brigade are here.
Wait.
They look at me funny enough with a camera stuck to my head.
Yeah, well, it's not as bad in America. Over here, if you have cameras or you're doing any video, people are like, "What's he up to with a video camera?" In America, everyone does it, so it's just kind of natural now.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks that are used to it.
Yeah, But over here, if you see someone, if you're out with a camera and people are saying, "What's he at with a camera? What's he doing now? What's he up to?"
Motherfucker.
Aldi in Ireland are doing. Yeah, Aldi's in Ireland are doing the cans, the deposits. You get vouchers off for bringing your cans into them off their shopping, which is a good little thing. If you've got cans, bring them there. Raphael reckons I see shark on a bike and the tail waving in the wind. But there's a double as a tin foil hat. Definitely a tin foil hat. If you had that on, they'd think he was one of the tin foil brigades.
Start yelling, "The earth is flat, birds are fake. If it flies, it's..." What was it again? I forgot. Birds are flying monitors. They're all drones. The pyramids were built by aliens.
What I look at about the flat earthers is, if the earth was flat, how do we have day and night? We just have day all the time.
It's the sun that's shining straight down like a light bulb, and it's moving around like that. So at some point, this part is dark and that part is light. So and then the sun goes around, and then they make a whole model for it. It's insanely.
Hey, Kevin.
It's funny as hell.
So back before Christmas, I was down in St. Augustine. There's St. Augustine, America's first city. They've got streets that are closed off, pedestrian only traffic, and beautiful old town. Anyway, there was this woman that she clearly had issues with banners and signs and slogans, and so I couldn't help myself. Sometimes I just get this mean streak comes out in me, right? And as I was walking by, I said to her, "Yeah, the earth is round." Oh my God, she went freaking nuts, and she gets this boom box out and she starts blasting some music, and she's following me as I'm walking down the street, blasting this music, and start going on about, sinner and repent, and this guy thinks the world is round, tell him he's wrong.
Everybody just laughing at her.
And I was just like, oh my God, I wish I had my camera with me because it was just freaking hilarious. I just couldn't stand it.
I like Dean Matthews when, don't forget us flat earthers have members all over the globe.
Yes. All around the globe.
All around the globe. Yes, it's round. As a disc. Oh, sometimes, Ian, I don't even think you're kidding.
And the best part, Wannabe Scrapper, I didn't have to pay a dime. I got it for free. It was so awesome.
Oh, stop.
I can't, normally I just keep my mouth shut and ignore those people. I don't know what came over me.
Yeah, but see, I'd say even if you've got one of them flat earthers and brought them up to space, they'd say to you, "Oh no, this is trickery. I didn't even take off. This is in a movie, or you're making this up." Then all you do is put on your helmet, open the door, and when the oxygen is gone, they're dead. There you go. It wasn't on Earth all along. We actually are in space. Unless you actually open the door and kill them, they wouldn't believe you. They deserve the show.
Yeah, they'd say that the because of the curve of the shield in the helmet or the windshields in there's not really wind in space. The windows are curved, and that's why the Earth looks round from afar, because everything is filmed with like big fisheye lenses and stuff like that.
Well, what they should do is bring. You remember when Red Bull, the guy jumped off the balloon, the Red Bull balloon?
Yeah.
He was so high up you could see the curves of the Earth. Like,
Yeah.
They should bring one of the head flat earther, whoever's the head guy in flat earther, bring him up and let him jump off, and then when he gets down, he can say whether it's flat or not. But the only thing is, just don't put the parachute opening on the way down.
Yeah.
Of course, the Earth is flat, but it's going to look round because you have to wear a mask when you're that high, in order to have oxygen, and the mask is curved, so it's going to look curved.
Virgin's rocket didn't get it into space. What Paul reckons, Ian reckons because the Earth is flat, that's why it didn't get into space.
Yeah. Space is fake, they say. Space is all fake.
So the rocket went up and just hit the glass ceiling that's up there and came back down.
Yeah, the firmament dome that's around everything, and the sky is actually all projected on it.
That's what Ian is saying there. That's the reason the rocket failed. It hit off that.
It hit the firmament. Interesting topic.
Just like that movie.
The Simpsons.
What was the movie where the guy was raised as a child?
Jim Carrey, the Truman Show. Yeah.
The Truman Show. Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember they had the dome?
All of a sudden, a lamp fell down because it got wobbly.
Yeah.
And then an airplane started shedding parts.
and then they got the weather all wrong and everything at one stage, and in the screen, and that was a really good show.
Yeah.
I think the flat earthers really love that because it kind of gives them ideas of what they could use to say this is the reason this has been done.
But of course, the reality is that the AI has to keep generating these kind of conspiracy theories so that we remain convinced in the Matrix that our planet, that our life is real.
Yeah. Could we just an experiment in a jar somewhere?
We're just batteries.
The whole universe is a simulation.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like, I could be the guy that's living this at the moment, and you're all a figment of my imagination, or am I a figment of one of your imagination? Which one of us is the real person?
Figment or pigment?
Figment. Like, there might be only one of us here is the real person and is imagining all this in their dream. There's one for you.
Like in the movie Inception.
Yeah. D-Mac said, all I know, my battery's flat.
Well, better be careful, D, because that's when they shed you off, man.
If the Earth was truly flat, cats would have pushed everything off of the edge.
Yeah, because cats can't leave anything on an edge.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's coming on 5 to 10 here, which means it's
Ooh.
coming up to my finishing up time nearly. So I'm going to ask everyone what they're at for the week. So Shark, what's the story for this week?
We got more street scrapping on Monday. Wednesday, my Patreon members will get their video. And I'm thinking I might switch my Thursday videos to Friday. I'm
Okay.
kind of playing around with that, but either Thursday or Friday will be another video. And then it's just another busy week of pickups, scrapping, drop-offs, usual.
And you'll be live again next Sunday, I presume.
And I'll be live again next Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Yeah, and the swapping the link came up automatically for you on the YouTube to send to people over here, so it worked.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I had to click it though. I didn't have autoplay on, so maybe if someone has autoplay on, it will
Yes.
automatically go there.
Yes, you have to have autoplay on for the redirect to work.
Yeah. Well, I got the notification. It said upcoming scrapping Irish, or all I had to do was click on it once, and then it went there. So
Cool. Very cool. All right.
So it worked anyhow. Pretty cool.
because I have
Technology,
autoplay.
man.
Ralph, what's your plan for the week?
I don't actually have much plans other than working and trying to process more scrap. Unfortunately, I keep being given all kinds of scrap, but luckily it's not that much that I can't keep up. I've actually started reorganizing my kitchen, so there's going to be some stuff done there. None of it will be on video. And the workplace that I use for my casting is still being used as a storage, and I have to wait, I think, until the 24th until everything goes out, until I can get back into the garage. So no video for at least another 2 weeks, like I always
Desert
say.
Scrapper isn't going to be telling us anything because Desert doesn't talk. So we're going to go to EWS Mike, who doesn't talk much either, but he's very quiet tonight. What's your plan, EWS Mike?
That's basically my plan.
Man, I gotta go deal with this piece of shit company tomorrow, and then we're supposed to have crappy weather all week. But I got 2 75-gallon water tanks. I gotta get loaded up and get rid of those. Don't know when I'll do it. Don't really care.
Okay.
And I hate.
You seem very like that you're fed up at the moment of stuff.
I'm beyond fed up,
Okay.
and I hate people.
Well, we all knew that. That was
All
like
of you. Panel chat. Hell with you.
we all knew that anyhow. So
Yeah,
we did. We
no,
all
it's
knew
just-
that.
It's supposed to be shitty weather, and like I said, if I get this job after I send their shit to them tomorrow, they want to do it like Thursday, and it's gonna be pouring rain, so I'm not gonna be even happy about even doing it.
But you're not made of salt, so you don't have to worry about melting away in the rain.
What?
We say made of sugar. We say here.
All right.
I've
We say
heard
made
someone
of
may
salt.
say made
I
of salt.
don't want my hair to get wet, and my board store rag to shrink.
You wouldn't survive in Ireland. Like we get out of 365 days, I'd say 280 of them it's raining. So
I don't mind the rain; it's the cold that comes with it. Because
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's 32 here, it's supposed to be freezing point, but no. And then it always is windy, so it's always cold as hell. So.
Okay,
Oh, and I
well,
hate people.
and he hates people. You should get a T-shirt up. I hate people, and just wear that.
Just wear that.
There's a song from one of the Scrooge movies. I think it was the one that had Albert Finney. And there's a song in there, I hate people.
If it wasn't copyrighted, maybe Mike could use it on his videos.
Yeah.
I use it anyway. I don't give a shit about YouTube.
Put it on a T-shirt. Go away. I hate people.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
And I
my plan,
don't care if you hate me.
right. Well, my plan for the week is video Thursday. Yes, Thursday. I don't know when I put it out, the early or the evening time. I'm a bit like Shark. I'm just messing around at the moment on video times and seeing what difference it makes or anything like that. So there'll be video Thursday, and of course I'll be live Sunday, all going well again after Shark Scrappers live. So you'll catch me then. I have a lot of work to do on the shed this week, as I really want to try and get into the shed by the end of January and get working on that copper wire that I have piled up there. I want to get that scrapped out, and at least then if copper prices do go up a bit, I'll have a bit more they're ready to go if I decide to cash it in. Well, I was just reading D. I didn't know D was a fisherman. He's got his own trawler and he's the skipper and the deckhand. So he's busy. So he is. So what time is it now? It's nearly time to finish up. Yes, it's time to finish up. So as always, thanks for being in. Really appreciate it. And hopefully, if you haven't already hit the like, you will before you leave. And as usual, I leave it over to my friend Ralph to say the final bit.
Scrap you all later.
Bye-bye. Take it easy.